Welcome to T.D.T Talk, where we tell you
the damn truth.
Welcome to the truth, where the truth don't lie.
All right, co-host, welcome to the truth, where the truth don't lie. What it do?
Hey, hey, co-host, how you doing?
I'm good. It is a wonderful Friday. And you know what? I just picked up my phone and I think I got a whole praise report here. This just happened. Oh, my bestie just got engaged.
Congrats.
Give me 2 seconds. Look, mine is on the way, baby. It's on the way.
Tell him I said congratulations.
Yes. All right. Okay. Wow. What a great way to start this show off. Talk about Black love, right? Black
that
love
part.
Down our Black men. Yes. All right. So y'all, look, welcome to T.D.T Talk, where we tell you
the damn truth about some missing links. Yes, Lord. Lord. Some missing links.
Some missing links. Look, let us know who's here. Hey, Ava. Hey, Swain. Y'all, look, go ahead and leave us hey, how you doing? Like, share, subscribe. Don't hold all this goodness to yourself. Hey, Donna. Don't hold it to
Donna.
yourself. Share with your friends.
That part.
I want everybody to get this today.
That part. Look, before we get into this, I just want to talk about some news topics real quick. News topics. Lord. So I don't know about y'all, but this really this is really helping me like with this message for today, because we got to talk about it. But have y'all seen that viral video going around where there is a young man that had punched a woman in the face, dropped her to the ground, and her son had came in with the gun and shot and killed him?
Yeah.
I said, oh, well, okay, let's see what the context is behind that. And so I was just looking, like, the mama texted her son that somebody was in here beefing, this, that, and the third. And he came into seeing his mama getting physically assaulted by someone definitely equal her size. He was a skinny dude, but the boy was ripped up. Rest in peace to him and his family. Yeah. Versus a woman, we know the strength level differs. But that was one of the reasons that I wanted to talk about this show specifically. And then, so that gave me the cornerstone of where we're going to go with tonight's show. So buckle up, fellas, because I'm stepping on your bunions. I'm stepping on them ingrown toenails, all of that with some steel toe boots today. Just
not the ingrowns.
Ingrowns. I'm just giving you a pre-warning.
All right, look, I'm going from a different angle. So if you don't mind, co-host, I'd like to go first. I'm going to give the disclaimer, but y'all let us know who is with us tonight. Hey, Mr. Vinette. All right.
Hello.
Is with us tonight, y'all. Come on and join the room. Come on in the room.
And I'm tired of you always going first. No. First of all, what you won't be doing is trying to bust me out. Now, those of y'all that know me, I got slave feet. However, I see someone every 2 weeks to make sure that these slave feet look wonderful.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen. Handle that. Do it. If you know that's what you got, do something about it. It's
that part.
Access.
Because them sheets is expensive, and I ain't trying to take 2,700 thread count of Egyptian cotton, because I need the best to help me sleep and circulate these bones. I ain't getting no Walmart. No. But all right, go first. This is your last time going first. Next week, in 2 weeks, I'm going first.
Don't be like that. Don't even be like that.
Y'all see how she do me. I'm
saying, look, I want to start it off because I know I'm coming from an angle that's probably, I don't know, it's just what I feel. And I know you're going to wrap it up and put a bow on it. See, there we go. There we go.
Don't try to sweet talk me.
Disclaimer, right? All right. So Carl and I are both licensed professional counselors, and we relate our topics back to mental health in some kind of way. Tonight's topic specifically is on what we talking about tonight. Black men's mental health, right? Black men's mental health and the missing link. We may talk about some things that may cause you to feel some kind of way. We call that being triggered. If that does happen, please reach out to us. Let us know. We do have clinicians that'll be able to work with you and get you right back on track. All right. Okay.
Hold on. Can we just pause for that? Because we got clinicians that will help get you right back on track. Followed by y'all, before we get started into this deep and healthy conversation, I just want to take a moment because if you look at me, my skin is glowing. This is what it looks like when you no longer have loyalties to individuals that are not loyal to you. Baby, I done lost $500,000 worth of weight because I'm no longer worried about what other people think about me. I know my self-worth. I just wanted to give that praise report because I feel like somebody watching needed to hear that. This is what happiness looks like. This is what loyalty to yourself looks like when you no longer give a damn. It's such a wonderful thing.
One thing that I always talk about is prioritizing yourself and advocating for yourself. You have to free yourself. You have to do what is best for you. And sometimes that's going to take you having to step out on faith. It's going to take you having to take that chance. It's going to take you having to come out of your comfortable environment where you have been complacent for so long and do something that you've never done before to get what? The results that you've never had before. So congratulations, co-host, on starting your business. I am super proud of you. I am ecstatic. I'm excited about it. I can't wait for us to begin to work together. So yeah, on another level.
Yes, on another level. All right, let's hear what you got because I'm ready to step on some pinky toes.
I did a little research. So there's this article on the American Psychological Association, right? Their continuing education series entitled Black Men's Mental Health Matters, right? Ain't that great? So let's see. This is written by Tori DeAngelis, updated January 24th, 2023. Okay, so black men, what they say is black men are even more likely than white men to endorse aspects of traditional masculine ideology, such as the need to act tough and in control to avoid emotional expression. That's their research that they found. So according to Baron K. Rogers, who is a psychology doctoral student, he believes this is to stave off societal pressures and oppression, right? Mm-hmm. So there's a book called Cool Pose, The Dilemmas of Black Manhood in America, which I will probably get, by psychologists Richard Majors and Janet Mancini-Bilson. They argue that poor urban black men sometimes assume a stance of aloof swagger, is what they're calling it, to defend against the harsh realities and racism they encounter in daily life, which wears away at their physical and mental health. So I was like, okay, I'm following you with this because I actually agree with that. They went on to say, in fact, such internalized views of masculinity make a lot of black men resistant to therapy and more likely to seek informal ways of addressing their mental health through barbershops, church, religion, or talking to family members. So Mr. Earl Turner said that. And then we have Jessica L. Jackson, who is a PhD counseling psychologist. She believes that when black men start to gain a more extensive emotional vocabulary, right, that building that emotional intelligence, it provides fuel for the next stages of therapeutic work, addressing past traumas and learning how to communicate more effectively in relationships. So we know that communication is a huge barrier in relationships. Whenever you're not able to communicate your thoughts and your feelings appropriately, you feel it, but you're not able to give it words. So Rogers, who I'm kind of digging this guy, he said he's on internship at Penn State. He explained that clinicians have to make space for our black male clients to identify, racist incidents that they have experienced and the feelings that arise because of them. And more important, to understand the work towards overcoming internalized racism. So the many facets of internalized racism, he believes, are negative racial stereotypes, are believing the negative racial stereotypes, adopting white cultural values while undermining one's own, and denying that racism exists. So there is a growing trend, this is Sharon speaking now, where Black men are denying the realities of their experiences in life. And I believe it's because they're starting to contain themselves in like a sheltered bubble, right? Where they consider, or what they consider to be a safe space for them and their families, be it some of the neighborhoods that we move into amongst non-minority families, right? So it's kind of like the thought process of the closer I can be to you, the more you can see that the more you will begin to believe that I am less of a threat to you. And then maybe you'll treat me as an equal.
Mm-hmm.
But Carl, I'm going to play this clip for you. Let me play this clip for you because this one stuck in my spirit. And I just want to know what your thoughts are. So I know this one is out of left field because I didn't even tell you I was going to play a video, right?
Yeah, you didn't. I'll give you that.
Here we go. Look, I wanted to catch you off guard with this one.
Again, y'all see how she do me? Again, do you see how she do me? While she's setting that up, we have a comment. Rachel was saying, "I'm so glad that the culture is changing. Mental health matters for everyone," and I desperately agree with that because we're seeing the importance. And I think, again, COVID sucked, but it really put things into perspective. When it came to mental health, when you stuck in the house by yourself. But go ahead, play this. I want to see.
All right. Okay.
White people.
And did you share the audio?
Why can't white people just leave Black people alone?
Did you hear that?
Yep.
All right. Let's try that again.
Sure. Why can't white people just leave Black people alone?
Okay, I live in a predominantly white neighborhood, and ain't nobody bothering me. I mean, except to invite me over for barbecues, or invite me to their house for dinner, or invite me to go drinking with them, or invite me to the gym, or offer to take me on golf trips, or offer to watch my kid or have their kid come to my house. Other than that, they ain't bothering me. I mean, if anything, you got all the Black supremacists out there that want to keep racism going. Like, they really keep talking about racism and how oppressed they are and what's going on with them and how unfair everything is. And if I were to snap my fingers and make racism disappear tomorrow, they'd still find something to complain about. Just like you. Just like you. Zeke Arkham, cop with attitude. Got you 6.
What?
Okay. All right. Okay.
You trying to get me worked up.
Oh, please. Okay, so what are your thoughts, Carl? What are your thoughts? Based on all the information I just gave you, based on the research that they are doing kind of in this area, what you think about that video?
So taking into account everything that you said and knowing what I do know, I do feel that there is a shift in the atmosphere when it comes to Black America. And that shift in the atmosphere is definitely projecting a new sense of a defense mechanism. I believe that a lot of people are internalizing their situations, their habitats, their just their daily living, be it work, be it their community, be it inside their own mind. I feel like they are taking that, and their defense mechanism is, let me switch up who I am and present to white America a less dominant, a less aggressive, a less cultural aspect that identifies us as Black men, so that we can continue to pamper and really coddle their fragility, their comfortability. Okay. I think that we're stepping into an area that can be very detrimental for Black culture if we continuously lessen us so that they can be more of them. I don't think this is a good trend to go down. I understand the defense mechanism. I understand trying some way to normalize the fact that it is 2023 and we are consistently experiencing racism, be it microaggression, be it out and about, be it in the media, be it walking to go get your newspaper or your mail. We're experiencing it. And I'm noticing a trend, especially with Black men. Let me decrease so that if we want to go take it back. So we're being buck broken again because who we are is intimidating to them. They feel less than. So I think that culture can be very detrimental to the overall culture of the Black community because we're again lowering ourselves so that someone else can feel comfortable.
Absolutely. Well spoken. I totally agree. We got any comments here? What we got here? LaSlane, no code switching here. That is how it used to be, not anymore. He said he is trying to get chose. I mean, so sounds like he's, I think, simp of a man. Sounds like he's a simp of a man. You know, I met this guy who describes himself as a mountain of a man, Black man, that calls himself, that describes himself in this way. And I agree with Swain. I do not agree that a man who considers himself to be a mountain of a man would believe the same thing that this man believes. I believe he's living in complete denial. Like, does he never go outside of his neighborhood? I mean, really?
It's gotta be.
Is the grocery store inside your neighborhood? Like, he's living in complete denial due to exactly what you were explaining. But there's an organization called the National Compadres Network, founded in 1988 by psychologists Jerry Tello and Richard Carrillo. So, Carl, you know, people are starting organizations that are doing some things. I don't know. We might can do some stuff together. But what they say is Black and brown people kill ourselves because we've been indoctrinated about how bad we are. And now we believe that. So that woundedness is very deep, right? And to counter these traumas, what this group is doing, they hold that all men, like all beings, are sacred and have a sacred purpose. When you know that you are purposeful, you mean something to not only other people, but to yourself, you act very differently. And go on to say, when men or boys have trouble believing this because of internalized self-hatred, which I believe that guy might be suffering from, or actions have taken because of it, the program guys underscore that it's their wounds that's talking, not their authentic selves. So they go on to give this example of a man who maybe beat his wife, was on drugs, did some other terrible stuff, but they don't like chastise him, of course. They support him. They help him understand that, you know, that's not you. You're acting outside of you. We get back to who we really are originally, who the kings and queens that we were born to be, or who we are really born of, then we will get back to this mindset where we can see that the things that we do, maybe some of these negative behaviors like the drugs and the abuse and things like that, didn't start with us. So they help them go back and look at intergenerational trauma, right? And we always talk about epigenetics here. Like, that flip gets switched, it's already in your DNA, and here you are acting out in ways that are unlike you because of something that happened a couple of generations ago. So I am hopeful that Black men will get to a point where they don't feel like they have to be tough, or feel like they have to put on this persona, or do this, or follow this image, right, of toughness, and really begin to address some of the inner core things that they are going through. But self-awareness is the first thing that has to happen. You have to be aware that, all right, I really don't want this, I don't even know why I do. Maybe I need to get help to help me figure this thing out. And then every single time they will understand and discover that it does not start with you. It's coming from a place. It's coming from something that you have experienced. whether it's something that you witnessed, something that you directly experienced, or something that you heard possibly. Who knows? But we need you to have that self-awareness first so that we can come in and talk about it. So that's my little 2 cents on the topic, Carl.
All right. And look, per usual, when I'm in a session or doing a show, somebody wants to call me and then they
That's not messed up. Hold on. Now you talking like the
hold on.
Chinese movie now. Is this a Bruce Lee movie?
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
See?
No, I can hear you just fine. You good.
Okay. No, I was trying to put it back on my Bluetooth because for once I was able to use my Bluetooth. I'm gonna have to tell my mama and them, like, look, at this time I'm on the show.
Look, tell them to join the show. They need to be on the show too.
That part. That part. So I missed the last part of what you said. If you could run that back for me, I'm so sorry.
You know, you got to catch me on the spot. I don't run it back when the video is over. You got to catch it when I say it. The greatness comes out on the spot. I don't know.
I'm so sorry, y'all. This was my fault because my family be wanting to call me at the most inopportune, but I love them. Yeah.
I was handing it off to you, so I was just
okay.
saying
Thank
that's
you.
my 2 cents on the topic. That's my theory of where Black men mental health breakdown. Right? What's the missing link? And that's what I believe the missing link is. So once we address those issues, I do believe as a culture. Because the Black man, right, we need you to lead, right? We need you to lead us where we are going. And I will never be led by a fool. So let's get this mental health together.
That part. So, I love where you're coming from, but my perspective, we're not going to be able to reach that point until we can isolate some of those core issues. For me, like I told y'all, watching that video of that man striking that woman, now he dead because who knows? He may not have been taught better. He may have been taught equal opportunity. I'm not sure. Can't address the situation. But what I can say.
Can I give you some context on that? Let me give you a little context on that. So there were videos where his family members they bought T-shirts. They had T-shirts made that said Knockout King. And they wore them to his funeral and stuff, calling him the Knockout King. And where that came from, they promoted his behaviors of explosive anger outbursts, where he would knock people out. Like he told you to shut up. He told you to shut up. You ain't shut up. So they were justifying his ability to explode so suddenly and attack people and knock them out. So in their environment, right, it was boasted as a good thing, a great thing, a positive thing for him to be the Knockout King.
So glorifying it yet again.
Yes.
Yet again. Okay, so before I jump onto it, LaSwain said, we can't lead if you don't allow us to, and not in a way where you still have full control. There has to be trust. It's not just one way. Definitely agree. But before we get on the women, I'm going to get on us fellas. So, and not even us fellas, because technically this is going to be towards the mamas as well. So, y'all know I'm real big on theories. Theories is my jam, and I can always identify something that you're going to through a theory, because theories really are just a blueprint to kind of help us guide the therapy, to guide to healing. So Eric Erickson, he is the father of psychological development, that cognitive development. Love him so much. So Eric Erickson maintained that personality develops in a predetermined order through 8 stages of psychosocial development, from intimacy to adulthood. During each stage, the person experiences a psychosocial crisis that could positively or negatively affect personality development. I said, okay, Eric. Let's see what you got, Mr. Eric, because we always like to identify things. Oh, this is black. Oh, this is white. sometimes blueprints really just help everybody because we all a little screwed up. Let's be honest. TDT, we tell the truth. We all got a little quirk, a little something off, you know. Um, so let me break it down a little further for y'all, just in case you don't know. So psychosocial nature, because they involve the psychological need. So I need you to understand that there's always going to be a need of the individual. So that's why you have the psycho. There's the need. What is the need identifying? And then it's conflicting with the needs of society, i.e., social. So there goes your psychosocial. So you have your certain parameters that you believe to be your moral compass, your internal ethics. But then we have societal norms that come in that can either agree with it or cause a contradiction, i.e., Black America. There is a walking contradiction when it comes to psychosocial because there's the expectation, there's the perceived expectation, and then there's your moral divider. Where am I going to fit in? Am I going to fit in into societal norms? Am I going to be better than, or am I going to be less than? See, I told y'all, buckle up, baby, buckle up. You're going to learn today. So, according to the theory, again, y'all, there's 8 stages. The first stage that's big for everybody is trust versus mistrust. That's during the infancy stage. That is where you learn to rely on your caregivers. And then from that, you have autonomy. There's different levels that really build up to the levels that I feel a lot of Black men are stuck in. And it's in part of how they were raised, especially if you were raised in a single parent home with a toxic undertone. By toxic undertone, I mean individuals that believe that smoking weed around your 3-year-old is cool. The fact that little Tavion couldn't write his name to save his life, but he knows how to stack gang signs for the Hoovers, the Crips, the Bloods, and that's promoted. The fact that little Ashinkashay can twerk but can't read. But those are the things that we're glorifying.
Or they could fight real good and we call him the knockout king. Okay.
Or they can fight real good and we call him the knockout king. So according to the theory, successful completion of each stage results in a healthy personality. And come on, y'all, a lot of us know somebody that the elevator don't go all the way to the top floor. So they don't have a healthy personality. And that acquisition of basic virtues, though, that moral compass, what's right, what's wrong. I understand defending yourself, but knocking somebody to the ground and justifying it, did everybody want to look shocked because you got shot? Your compass was not in tune where it needed to be. So basic virtues are characteristics and strengths that the ego can use to resolve subsequent crises. What that means is you are known as the knockout king. There is a woman in the line requesting food, whatever happens, and you feel the escalation happening because we all know what it looks like when we're about to hit a moment. We all know that word I missed. We all know when that moment about to happen. And rather than you walking away, taking a step back, leaving the situation altogether, your next and best move was to lay her out. That your virtue wasn't right. So, and a lot of us are stifled in that area. Now, it's not to say that you can't be 30 and kind of rectify that stage, because that's why you need therapy. Therapy is a means to help you isolate the presenting problem. And oftentimes we all believe it's a surface issue. I have an argument with my wife every day. We're very physical, this, that, and the third. Okay, that's the presenting problem. But a true therapist is going to say, well, when you're getting yelled at, when the argument is happening and you have a reaction, what caused that reaction? Let's go into your childhood. What was the arguments like between your mother and your father? What was it like between your mama and her mama? You know, because let's be honest, we got some crazy family members that always don't see eye to eye. So, because of those subsequent crises and our inability to successfully transition to the next stage, failure to complete a stage can result in reduced ability to complete further stages and therefore have an unhealthier personality and a sense of self. So not only is your personality affected, now your sense of self is corrupt. And that's the best way that I'm going to say it because I'm not sugarcoating it for nobody's feelings. Your sense of self is now corrupted, it's tainted. And we're going to identify where that stems from. So these stages, however, can be resolved successfully, like I said, through therapy. A moment of having someone guide you to isolate the issue, not isolate it totally, but identify the issue, isolate that specific issue, and then begin to learn coping skills because someone gonna piss you off no matter what. You could be at the gas station, McDonald's, driving. My son now, because he emulates me, when traffic is happening, I'm like, come on, man. And there go my little man in the back. Come on, man. And I just be cracking up because he watching his daddy. So it got me to think. There's the old saying that men seek a woman who shows characteristics of his mother. So you find a wife, but as you're finding a wife or a partner or a spouse, whatever you want to identify them as, you find traits that are familiar, things that make you feel warm and cozy, things that make you feel safe and secure. There's certain traits that you may see. Your mama liked to cook, baby, your girl can cook. Your mama knew how to treat a man and make him feel like a king. Your girl know how to treat you like a man and make you feel like a king. Your mama was a hoe and your girl got hoe tendencies. See, we can always find the good
I do not
with the
know
negative.
how you put that piece right there together. But I do.
But it makes sense.
Who believes that? Who believes this is true? Who believes it's true?
Yeah, fellas, let me know. But you see how it go hand in hand, right, Sharon? Because we know social learning theory.
Your girl a hoe. Prior to that piece, I was with you. I'm with you. Prior to that piece.
We can identify the positive, and that's what everybody says. Oh, they're just like my mama. They can cook, they can clean, this, that, and the third. But think about that negative. You saw the good in your mama. You saw your mama's good, bad, and ugly. And if you want to be honest, the best way for a police to track you down, ask your kids your normal routine. Your child will tell you exactly what you do, how you do it, and how you operate and move to a T. Because why? They're learning you. They're observing you. You're teaching them, be it consciously or unconsciously, your children are picking up traits. So if your mama was a hoe, because you done met 14 uncles each year, you know, and then now your girl, she got hoe tendencies, you know, you pick something that you're familiar with.
Okay. Prior to mama being a hoe, I was with you only because what do men want, Carl? You tell me all the time. What do men want? They want a lady in the street. You say it all the time. And what do you want? A
lady in the street and a freak between the sheets. Amen. But there's
so all y'all gonna marry a woman that has hoe tendencies anyway.
No, there's a difference between a freak tendency and a hoe tendency. So let me break it down to you, because see, you've been out the game for a little bit. Let me put you up on some game. So a freak is going to do anything to make sure that her partner is pleased in the process of pleasing herself. You want me to dress like a little Asian schoolgirl? Got it. You want me to hang off the chandelier? Got it. Now a hoe will not only please you, but when you go to work, she talking to your homeboy. Yeah. She talking to your cousin. She talking to your daddy or your brother behind your back. Okay. That's a hoe. See, I want a freak. I want her to be classy. When we step out in public, I want you to think we the Huxtables, damn it. We the best thing since sliced bread. That's what I want you to believe. Now, when you get in here and you an acrobat, damn it, I'm gonna make it rain. Let's get it popping. It's the difference between a freak and a hoe.
I got
So,
you. I got you. I'm clear now.
so moving on, the stages that I've identified are two specific stages that men tend to get stuck on. And honestly, if you find the correlation on why there's such an adverse stagnation between young men between the ages of 12 and 18, we can identify specifically that some of this behavior is learned, developed, and fostered depending on the mamas. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry. Swain is cutting up. I'm sorry.
He owned it. What if they a freaky hoe?
This fool.
What I'm gonna say is there's a different stroke for different folks. Some people might be into that polyamorous. Some people might be into that swinging. Hey, I'm not here to kink shame. Do you, but know what you're doing and why you do what you do. All right. So the fifth stage of Erik Erikson's theory of psychosocial development, this stage is known as the identity versus role confusion. And it occurs during adolescence, and it's typically from the age of 12 to 18 years old. And as you guys know, that's that real vital stage for men because we are preteen, and then we're transitioning into teenage years. And then from them teenage years, the next stage is adulthood. So during this stage, adolescents search for a sense of self and personal identity through an intense exploration of personal values, beliefs, and goals. So this is where I wanted to get into it. I've talked about it in previous shows, but when it comes to this specific stage, and I think about single mothers that promote a specific lifestyle because that's that generational curse that they're used to, they pass it on to their kids. And let's be honest, a lot of single households have a perverse sense of mother-son dynamic. And what I mean by that is they're raising their children to believe that they are the man of the house. He can barely wipe his nose. He ain't the man of no house. You're the protector. I need you to protect your sisters, protect your mom, protect this house when I'm not here. So what are we doing? We're identifying unrealistic expectations and goals. What does that begin to do over the time of 12 to 18? That begins to distort your cognitive perception of what and who you are supposed to be. So when I say that, because you know I love to teach, when I say that, during adolescence, the transition from childhood to adulthood is the most important phase because children are becoming more independent and looking at the future regarding careers, relationships, families, housing, sexuality, things of that nature. The individual wants to belong and fit in society. As we know, there's a big trend going on within the LGBTQ plus community. As we know that there's a still popularized connotation when it comes to the street life, that hood boy life, you know, it's glorified. So this is a very vital stage for them. So if you have this stage of life, plus that perverted mindset that's being pushed on a lot of young, vulnerable Black men, it is the perfect recipe for the knockout king. So going into that, teenagers, you like that, right? Was that not a message right there, Sharon? All right. So I got a few more stages. I'll be good, I promise. So teenagers explore who they are as individuals. They seek to establish a sense of self. And they experiment with different roles and activities and behaviors. Your kid liked basketball one day, now he's soccer. Next thing you know, he think he usher. Next thing you know, he's some model. You know, he's Shamar Moore modeling. And then the next thing you know, he's artistic. The next thing you know, he got a white girl. He got a Black girl. He got two midgets and a donkey. He going through different phases to see what he likes. So during that phase, Erikson is saying this is the most important to process of forming a strong identity and development in the sense of direction for their life. And like I said, a lot of mothers are teaching their sons, not how to be good men for their partner, but how to be a perfect partner for them in their old age. They're literally fostering a sense of identity for their son because you got to take care of me when I'm older. Because I did all of this for you. So when I'm old, don't put me in no nursing home. Just have me a little room out in that corner, baby. You know, mama loves you. It's not fair. Because if that's what you're teaching them through these vital years, they no longer have an identity for themselves. They have an identity for themselves and their mama. Then we get into some of those toxic relationships. So, going into success, the theorists suggest that at the end of each stage, it's reintegrated sense of self, of what one wants to do, who he wants to be, and how he's going to proceed once he graduates and becomes an adult. So Erickson claimed that adolescents may feel uncomfortable about their bodies because that's that exploration. And you guys already know the Black household, you either got the banana and the condom, you got some foreign object and a condom, and that was your birds and bees conversation. That was, we really got the bare minimum of sex. And then, you know, we're expected to know everything out in the world. And we don't explain to the, first of all, I don't know what it's like to be a female, but as a male during the age of, I knew that my thing could do some things. And then if you touch it this way and think about that, certain things start to happen. That's your adolescent stage, you horny 24/7. The wind can blow all of that, but I can't talk to you about that. Is that normal? Should I be getting a woody if I am looking at the wall? If I see, who's somebody fine? All the fine ones is, I don't know no young fine. So for me, if I saw Kelly Rowland in a bikini, I'm going to say, who, Miss Rowland? Miss Rowland. Whoa, Miss Rowland. If I seen Cookie, I don't know, there's something about me. Ooh, she's fine. Ooh. Taraji is so fine to me. But we do not normalize sexuality. And in the church, we are being taught from the time we can understand to adulthood, we are being conditioned to be a certain way, a certain kind of man, a certain kind of provider. But is that cognitively acceptable during these specific stages? And if you are not successfully able to understand the role of who you are as a person, you get stuck in role confusion. So now my mama was single, nobody listened to her because she always argued. So if I punch you in your face and get you to submit and cower because of my strength, that's a role confusion, because now you're not my lover, you're not my significant partner, you're my abuser, you're my aggressor. Like the roles are very diluted and flipped. And a lot of Black men are stuck in this phase. And so, yeah, so once we get there, so you stuck. Let's just say you stuck. You is stuck. Oh Lord, you stuck. The next one is stage 6. And this is where it's going to show that you're stuck, because this is identified as the intimacy versus isolation. It's the 6th stage of Erik Erikson's theory. And this stage takes place young adulthood. So you're at the age of 18 to 40. And during this stage, major conflicts centered to forming intimate relationships, loving relationships, and how to engage with other people. So success leads to a strong relationship, while failure results in loneliness and isolation. And if you really want to be honest, talk to somebody who's been to jail or prison, done any kind of time. They will tell you that there were specific periods in their time that it felt like them against the world. They had no support. They didn't know what to do. All they knew how to do was hustle and survive. They couldn't count on nobody else, because you may be an op, and now I got to worry about you talking to the feds about my next move. So during this stage of intimacy, we're learning how to share with others. We're learning what pleases our partner while learning what pleases us. But if you're stagnant in that role confusion, then you have that perverse mind frame of aggression. Now it's not only being aggressive of you being physically assaultive on a day-to-day basis. Now you're being assaultive in a sexual manner. Now you're not only being assaultive in a sexual manner, but you're passing it to the homies as well. When I tell you I've looked at this in a bunch of different perspectives, and I know people that are stuck. And I really, mothers, I really want to be honest with you guys. My mother was a single mother for many of years. Get your children involved with different organizations. Big Brother. Now, I'm not telling you to trust everybody that's out here in the world, because I don't even teach my son that. Do your research. Definitely do your research. Do not send your kid to karate class and think that you get 30, 45 minutes to go grocery shopping. Be mindful of what your child is doing. Be present, but know what your child needs. And everybody, the old saying, you can't raise a man. You can't. Ladies, you can teach us how to treat a woman. You can teach us what not to do, but you can't teach me how to be a man. You'll never know what it's like to have balls. You'll never know what it's like to have sweat growing from different locations, and you just don't know why. You don't know why. 3 years, 3 solid years, boys develop an odor that is just disrespectful. Like, you won't know. But dudes, we know, bruh, put on some deodorant. Go wash your balls. Wash them. Teach proper daily living skills. And that's what this generation is lacking. We do not have positive male figures in these boys' lives. And we have mothers creating little boys to be men that are gratifying to their needs of old age. That's not fair.
Wow.
Definitely not fair. So what's your thoughts, friend?
That is definitely something to chew on. So what I believe I hear, I don't think you're saying that single moms. What I think you're saying is single moms, because I'm a single mom. I have the ability to be able to teach my son how to treat a woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I absolutely know I can't teach him how to be a man. So I do have positive male influences in his life to teach those lessons. But what that is missing, some women that try to do all of it on their own, I knew I could not do it on my own. So I'm sure I had these positive male influences around from the beginning. But when we do try to do it on our own, because we don't have the experience or the knowledge of what it is to even be a man, we miss the mark, right? And we begin to teach them lessons of how to care for us solely. So it sounds like they miss the how to be a man part altogether.
And not only missed it, you following me, but also let me add in there, talking negative about their father. At any stage of life, I don't care who you are. I am in my 30s, knocking on 40. But when I tell you, there's always going to be a part of me that wants to know my dad. But my mom never talked bad about my father. Never talked bad about. Ain't worth a pot to piss in, but she never talked bad about him. I learned about it as I got older.
Exactly.
But
we don't have
she never. Yeah, do not take. And I know, y'all want to be like, oh my God, he's a narcissist, this, that, and the third. A lot of that narcissism can stem from mothers treating their sons a specific way and then blaming it on the fact you act just like your daddy. Oh my God, I swear to God, you look just like your daddy. I ought to punch you in the face because you do exactly what that no good whoopty bam bam be doing. Like, that's not cool, because again, you're not producing a positive identity. Now you're attaching that identity to something negative, and you got 11 words that go right on with that attachment. Not cool.
Yeah.
Not cool. Stop that. Because then you are going to have a narcissist. Seriously.
Wow.
Sorry. When I tell you it's passionate, I'm passionate about this, because Black men, we got to do better.
It's all in your throat.
It's in my throat. We got to do better. We got to do better.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, I believe in holding women accountable, where we need to be held accountable in some of these areas. And I will say it quick. If there's a man who is like messed up, it's probably because his mama messed him up. And I know y'all not gonna feel good about me saying that, but that is what I believe. That is just what I believe.
I feel it.
All
I
right,
feel
let's
it.
see what we got for the comments. Mind and matter men. Oh, well, I'm not gonna mess this up. Mind and matter men's wellness. Well, hello.
There it is.
All right. Sexual styles are different from promiscuous behaviors. Promiscuous behaviors are often destructive. Absolutely, they are. Totally agree.
Amen.
Let's Swain. What are we pausing for? What are we
Because you
pausing?
said he the pause king. Because you said it was all in your throat. He was like, pause. I knew that's exactly
That
where
was a
he was
command law
coming from.
violation. Did I violate something?
Yeah, you violated all in the throat.
My bad. Okay. Straighten me out. But yeah, no. So I mean, there's accountability to be held. But I don't believe that as moms we know that, or we acknowledge that. I think it's just a lack of information. Like, we don't know. We're trying to do the right thing. We're trying to do the best that we can. We're doing what we think we know how to do. Like, I know how I want to be treated, so I can teach him how to treat someone the way that I want to be treated. And then also some of those core old school values, right? So chivalry, you should open doors. You should make sure that the female that you are with feels protected and provided for and safe in your space. I believe those things all men should know. But according to what you're saying, when they miss developing properly in some of these stages, they don't even get those core values oftentimes.
Do you know how many kids I know? Because I got boys that come to me for sessions, and when we're identifying some of these things, they don't even know how to cook. They don't even know how to wash their clothes. They don't even know basic daily living skills. And it's either because the mother is waiting on them hand and foot, or mama's always at work, or mama that ain't caring because your 13th uncle, he need a plate. You go, here goes some ramen. It is a lot of variables.
Donna agrees. So she baby him too much. And I do believe
that part.
A lot of moms are, especially single moms, are guilty of that. My son is so absolutely wonderful. I can hug him and all day long if I really truly wanted to. But I know that he really need that punch in the chest sometimes. I don't hit my baby, but he think I will. So I give him the hugs that I want to give him, because I'm never going to miss a moment of being able to love on my kids. But I also send them out there with the boys to be a boy.
Toughen up. Yeah. And also one thing that I noticed, I was spending time with my god kids and my son, and I introduced them to emotional Uno. Everybody was like, what is that? Da-da-da-da. So they didn't understand it, but they enjoyed doing it. And my reason for it is because you guys will be surprised. And take a moment, for those of you guys that are watching, take a moment and ask your kids, especially the boys, ask them about emotions. Ask them. And you would be surprised how many kids, especially young boys, associate anger with sadness. How many different emotions are classified under happy or sad, and they don't really grasp what anger is. They don't know why their body feels this way. And that's one thing that I really try to do with my god kids and my son. How are you? How are you feeling today? I'm mad. Why are you mad? Let's talk it out. I want to hear. And it was just so cool, because now they were like, can we play emotional Uno? And I'm like, wow, I did not think this is going to be.
I don't know what emotional Uno is, but according to Swain, it's the dopest game ever. And he appreciates you for introducing it to his fam. Look at there. Amen.
Yeah, and co-host, it was so dope because Brody, he's never done it before, and he sat there. So now it's two fathers, and altogether it was 1, 2, 3, 4 boys. So 2 fathers, 4 boys, and even me and Brody are sharing a time we were sad, a time we were jealous, a time we were happy, a time we were sad. And them to hear our stories, and then they're like, ooh, yellow, boom, this was the time and it was just really cool because they were interacting with each other as well. So yeah, like I love doing that, but it was always a method to my madness, and it's because I want my boys, not just my son, but my godsons as well, to be able to know how to identify their emotion
Mhm.
and then address that emotion in a positive manner. Not be, I'm sad when low key you pissed off. Now you done drug somebody through the damn hallway. No, you were mad. And
Yeah.
what could we have done better before we became the knockout king 2.0?
Right.
What can we do differently? So yeah, y'all talk to your kids. They know more than you think. They're very observant, and be mindful of that.
Yeah. So it's funny, it says it helped with the atmosphere and give them some security. Look at there. So each color represents an emotion, and when you pull a color, you have to tell a time when you felt that emotion.
Yep.
And then you describe, then you kind of further help them understand the emotion.
So the first time, that was more of the basis. I wanted them to identify it and feel it. Identify it and feel it. And so it was really cool because, like, my son, he ain't got no memories like that of when he was happy, sad, mad, jealous, things of that nature. So I was having him show me your face. What does the sad face look like? What does an angry face like? And it was just really cool just to see him doing it. I'm like, you my dog. I like you.
I like it.
Good decision.
Shout out AJ. Yes.
Yes.
Co-host, I mean, you gave us a different perspective here tonight. I do appreciate that perspective. I look at things a little differently now. Now that you have broken it down through the developmental stages that I absolutely love. So yeah, you kind of tied it all together, and perspective. We need to be able to look at the same situation in multiple ways. One thing is one way for every single person. We need to be able to we need to be able to identify, okay, well, what issues are they having? And then what do these issues stem from? Are they stuck? Is it some internal self-hatred or, intergenerational things like that? What is it? So being able to have more information so that we can help people on a broader spectrum is what we're really trying to get at here.
Amen. And it's crucial, especially if we want to begin to break some of these generational curses with this next generation, because between the AIs and these damn next generations, we in for one hell of a whirlwind at the nursing home. So
have you seen the girls posting the pictures of the AI? Got them looking all good. I cannot. The fellas, don't fall for it. Make her wash her face, okay?
See, and I told you
the crust in
again.
Make her take it off. Okay.
The society again is making men fall prey for this Maybelline challenge with the AI. Because I saw one, y'all. I ain't never been.
Who is that?
Yeah. And when they showed the video of it rewinding back of I said, I know you damn lying. Ain't no way in hell you look like that. Is not okay.
That's not okay.
It's not fair. Like, when are men gonna get something that we could trick?
Y'all can do it.
What? Nobody. First of all,
men should be secure enough in your manhood to not want to trick us in that way. Women
should be secure in their femininity to not use AIs, not to use Maybelline, not to put on 16 coats of face paint and then trick us. We went into the bedroom with Beyonce and now we came out with Big Deborah. That's not, y'all got girdle belts.
No, sir.
Y'all, hold on, because y'all got girdle belts, push-up bras. Y'all got these things for your booty. Y'all got Lee press-on nails, makeup, lace front, any of that. All he got is a bald head, big belly, and maybe a presentable Johnson. That's not fair.
Not even true anymore, because this guy just did a surgery where he grew a foot. I don't know how much taller he grew, but it was substantial. Okay.
His knee surgery, the first one ever.
Surgeries to make yourself taller. Men be getting you talk about lace front wigs for us. Men be getting whole lace fronts. Y'all be getting that fade you got, that curly hair you got, that bald. He bald underneath. Okay. He peeled it back and take his off just like I do. Okay. So there are men And
So-
y'all are getting implants in your private area to make your private part be a little longer and harder. Absolutely. You are doing it. The fakery, the foolery is coming y'all way too.
So it's coming our way, but I'm gonna let you know a real man ain't gonna put no balloon, no water balloon. And hold on, baby, before we get to going, let me pump it up. You want 7 inches or 12?
That's
No.
old surgery. It's 2023 with it now. You can't even tell
Hell.
like it's internal.
So
surgery.
you got a robot penis?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right, y'all. Y'all better quit. Y'all better love the body that the Lord put you in. Y'all getting all these anatomic correct devices attached to your boobs and your butt and your thighs. You gonna mess around, and when the robots take over and your penis walk off and leave your ass, I'm gonna laugh at you because that you shouldn't have put it in there.
I cannot.
That's nasty.
Look, can we take a couple of minutes to address this leading and following?
Which one?
Are we gonna little swings that I got on the screen, or are we gonna leave that for another show?
I don't know. Do you want to talk about that, friend? Because that would be one hell of a show.
It's in my spirit. It's in my spirit. I tell everybody quick, I will never follow a fool. I'm not gonna follow a fool. I'm sorry, not gonna do it. But I mean, that could be a good conversation for a whole nother show co-host. What you think?
I agree because especially I'm gonna just say women.
It's layered. It's a lot.
It's layered.
Trust and following someone,
And especially when you've been hurt and you carry that over to the new man that's trying to be a good man and love you down and love your stretch mark and your cellulite and your funky ass breath at 6 o'clock in the morning when you want to say, hey, baby, knowing damn well your breath smell like I'll be damned and it's unsure.
No, it's another show. It's another show. We got to get all into it, okay?
We so is. Why is Donna always trying to censor me? I'm saying that when your Johnson walk off, that's all I'm saying. The rise of the machine. Now your heart done left your body. Your booty done deflated. Y'all seen the Kardashians? I'm not gonna put no damn mechanic on my Johnson. My Johnson's and Johnson, so he could just get an attitude and walk off. Did y'all see the AI when they did that? And she rolled her eyes. Yeah, they asked, like, do you feel like, are you guys going to try to take over and turn against your master or creator? And that robot rolled her eyes and made a joke. And hell no, I'm not going to put no Johnson over there. He get mad because I don't wear boxers. I wear briefs. Now he got an attitude. He just want to pop off in the middle of class or traffic. Hell no.
This is terrible.
If you don't love me,
I don't know where we are now. I don't even know where we are.
Cause I wanna see. Send me some shit. I ain't never seen no operation that you can make your Johnson put a little. Hell no. And what if it don't stretch that damn long?
I mean, they only get a couple of inches, like 1 or 2. But for some men,
I mean, if you got a 1/4 of an inch Johnson, I guess an inch is a little bit better.
It comes down to your insecurities, right? Your insecurities. Those are things that need to be worked out in therapy, right? That also adds to mental health.
Because what your Johnson can't do, your tongue can make. I need to do like a seminar for men. If your Johnson ain't stroking, your tongue can get to wandering. Like I might have to do like a men's seminar. Like if you can't beat, you sure can't eat. Like I got a whole slogan. Boy, you better eat till your lip
One more time for the people in the back. What was that?
If you can't beat, you must eat. I swear to God, if my Johnson was a 1/4 of an inch, I'm going to eat that box until it fall out the frame. I'm going to have lockjaw just, my lips are going to just like that.
That's all about making sure what you said earlier. Making sure your partner is pleased, right? It goes
that part.
It goes both ways.
But then I can see why a girl like you only got a 1/4 of an inch. Like, what you want me to do? Blow on it? Like, tickle it with a feather? Like, I'm not gonna waste my energy and my neck muscle to just.
I cannot. You are further causing insecurities among black males in our community, and that's something that they were born with. That's not something that you can help.
That's true. And if you've known for many of years that your equipment could not produce, you better learn how to use your other anemone. I can't even say the word.
Yeah.
Whew. I just made myself laugh too damn hard. All right, Sharon, we gonna
know,
get off.
I don't know what happened to the show, y'all. This took a very dark turn, but I hope that you were able to learn something tonight. I knew Carl was being too serious for too long and he could not help himself. And this is what happens, okay, when Carl could not help himself. All right. Thank you, Don. Look, Don, I can't even recover at this point. Okay, so what we gonna do tonight is
I'm gonna create that slogan, y'all.
Oh, Father, it's a whole T-shirt. When we come back, y'all, we're gonna have another show, and I strongly believe we're gonna talk about women and men and our relationships and what a man will need in order for the woman to trust and follow. All right.
Amen.
So, look, y'all, catch us in. Okay. Here's the thing. You're not gonna catch us in 2 weeks because I am gonna be occupied, busy, not available. So what we gonna do, co-host? Either we gonna do the show on the 4th, or we gonna see y'all on the 18th. So know that we will be off our every 2 week, cycle, but we will let you know. Look for the flyers in the YouTube link,
please.
And catch us on the 4th or the 18th. All right.
Oh, that's funny. Whew, y'all be blessed. We'll catch y'all next week because that shit was hilarious. I don't give a damn. I was serious too long. My stomach hurt.
I can't.
Oh, man.
Never stop yourself either. That's the problem.
At all.
You can just
I can't.
I mean, I'm sitting over here so bewildered. I couldn't stop you. Ain't nobody else try to stop you. You can't stop yourself. Where's Shell at?
Girl. No, because that really disturbed me with the bionic penis. Y'all, we're gonna talk about this later. Peace, love, and hair grease, and we'll catch you in 2 to 3 weeks.
Good night.
Welcome to the truth. Welcome to the truth. Welcome to the truth, where the truth don't lie. 3 T's, no lie.
Thank you. Tune in next week. Same black channel, same black host, and we'll holler at you at the same black time. Bye.
Right.